What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity build video. Today we're going to be doing a low-level contest of mayor's walkthrough for the city Meadow. I believe this is his second week in Mega, maybe third week. I believe it's the second, though. Okay, before we begin, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. We do walkthrough videos every week, and then I put other SimCity build videos up in between that. I do have a ton of videos, like 800, 900 videos. If you're looking for something specific, go to a playlist or type in those, keywords to find whatever it is you're looking for, and then just type MissyAnne after it, and it should pop up. Pretty much I have a video for every topic on SimCity, so there's really no reason to not be educated on every subject, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and turn the brightness up because I can't see what the hell's going on here. So if you know what these walkthroughs are about, you know that the next thing we're going to do is set the scene, then a task assessment, which I can't do. Okay, setting the scene. There we go. Level 24, 906 experience left until level 25. Beach, mountain, and land expansions available, 345 storage, 5,200 Sims cash, and 400,000 coins. Okay. Prepped items, feed, watches, garden chairs, rolls, paint, ladders, and melons. All right, cool. This is his task assessment. It's where you go through, you label everything to be premium, non-premium, all that good stuff, no touch. And then the CoM breakdown is where you break it down into main, rotatable, no touch, last resort rotatable. Then you're supposed to say what you know about each task, which is what he did here. I usually don't grade these because they take a really long time to grade, and these walkthroughs are already like 30 minutes long. So basically, I'm going to go through and I'm going to tell you guys what you do need to know about each task, and then whoever's list this is, they can grade it, cross-reference it with their task assessment at the beginning to see if they did good or bad on their task assessment. All right, so premium means that it can be worth 3,000 points. Non-premium, it cannot be worth 3,000 points. A main task is a task that is in your list worth at least 2,000 points and becomes your first obvious choices, okay, before other rotatable options. Rotatable assignments are ones that are below 2,000 points. Those get done to bring in more main tasks. Now, you don't just pick any main or any rotatable. There's a kind of a criteria that you go through where value opportunity, all that good stuff, okay? Then you have no touch cancel, which would be an upgrade that is worth a lot of points. Usually at least 3,000 points on the upgrade. You would mark it a no touch cancel. The idea for a low level player is that they stack up all 7 upgrades in the main list, any last minute factory tasks that they can, and then start the streaks at no less than 9 tasks remaining and no earlier than 20 tasks remaining unless they absolutely have to, okay? If you're in a situation where you have like 26 assignments left, it's way too close to streaks to cancel. And you already have all your upgrades and all your factory productions. You really don't have a choice. You kind of have to start streaks. It would be foolish to cancel something or start a factory production, okay? So there are circumstances you have to kind of be able to fill in the blanks with some common sense here. What is going to be more risky and what's not. All right, so the very first one here is a premium launch for you. This one has good opportunity, and it's about a medium to high algorithm. It depends on the week, but usually it does pop up in your list several times in a week, so you need to make sure you have enough VU to do it. Then we have an upgrade war disaster card. That is a limited task, so it should be marked with an L because it can only be done as long as you have 4 cards to do it. Then we have a non-premium limited main expand city task. That is correct. A non-premium no touch design challenge. Non-premium last resort rotatable coins. Okay. Last resort rotatable on the coins means that you only do this assignment when it's just before the streaks to bring in upgrades and factory productions. If you're, let's say, six or so assignments before the streaks, you usually get 2 to 6 rotations out of this assignment. So if you need to do it, if you don't have any other doorways, you can utilize this doorway if you have to. You have a non-premium limited epic project last resort. Now, I had talked to him about the way he labeled this. The way that this is labeled is it makes it seem like you would do it just before the streaks to bring in any upgrades or whatever. And we would not do that. Usually we try to avoid this task if it's below main task value because it keeps coming back repeatedly and then usually ends up taking up a spot in your list at some point. Not always. It's not like as bad as the monster or anything, but it usually does come back repeatedly. Now, for a low-level player, this is a problem because, one, they have limited houses where they can utilize epics. So, I mean, if they do this all the time, they're going to run out of epics very, very rapidly. And then when they do get one that is worth 2,400 points or something, they're not going to be able to do it because they wasted it on the 1,200s and things like that. So usually we try to avoid this task just because of all the risks and the downtime associated with it and stuff like that. So when you mark this task, if it's at this value, if it's not at least like 1,600 or higher, I would mark it NT/R, okay? Or you can do NT/LR, but just know that that does not mean you rotate it before the streaks. It basically means you don't rotate it unless you absolutely have to, which is pretty much what you do with any epic that's below main task value. Okay, so we have a premium, and he put rotatable on chems. That is not a rotatable assignment. At this value, this is a no-touch assignment. You would not do this assignment. Then we have a non-premium, and he put LR on the monster. No. You would not, last resort, rotate this. This is a no-touch task, okay? If it's at 2,000 or higher, you would do it to open up the place value, but other than that, no. Then we have a premium rotatable on the London, premium rotatable on attacking club wars. Just know that you can only do this assignment during active war, so it needs to be rotated sooner rather than later. Non-premium on the regular residential building, and he marked it no touch. Now, technically, if he absolutely had to, if he was in a really bad situation, he could do this. But yes, we would normally, mark this no touch. Then we have a premium rotatable on the glue. Okay, so the first obvious choice here is going to be the war card upgrade because it goes the fastest, right? I mean, we don't have to sit here and launch the VU 100 times. We can just get this done and move on. So he went with VU. Wait, no, he did the war. Okay, he just didn't put the screenshot. So he did the war, or maybe that was the one at the very, very, very beginning. Got the repair, which the repair we would mark non-premium LR. Okay, because of its value, it's at 1,200. It's at its lowest point. We do not do this assignment unless it's just before the streaks. Now, we would move on to the VU, which is correct. And he gets an 1,800 cargo in return. Now, he's a low-level player, so we don't want to reach down here and do these just yet. One, he doesn't have any high upgrades. He hardly has any upgrades in his list. If we reach down and do these 1,000 point assignments with all these other assignments up here, what will more than likely happen is he will get a high upgrade in return, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, it's not always, going to be a high upgrade, but when it is, that is more of a problem than a solution, so we try to take the road that leads to less risk, okay? That being said, 1,800 cargo, non-premium, low algorithm rate, usually. We would go with the cargo. Okay. He gets a main, non-premium, high algorithm mountain task, which he would do. Now he gets a non-premium, main, keys task, high algorithm. Now, it's at main task value, so it's holding one of our 2K place values. We're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now he gets a 3,000 upgrade Paris. Okay, do we cancel it right now? No. Why? Because it just came in. It could sit there. It could be the only one that comes in at that value. It could end up having a whole bunch of assignments that are upgrades come rolling in, and we don't want to cancel and then just have it come right back, right? So we want to see what's going to happen, how our list is going to treat us, so we go with the next best thing, which he went with the expand city area. You should try to get the land expansions done as soon as possible because this task has such a high algorithm. Dozer is not easy to find. Basically, you can pretty much conclude that this assignment is going to always be in your list. And if it's always in your list, then you're never opening up any better opportunity by doing it. You're just simply getting those 2,000 points. So, yes, that wasn't an okay choice to do. So he does that, and he gets a 2,000 tape, which becomes a main task premium. Now he gets another main premium on the watches. Okay. Main premium on the, pretty much a main premium is 1920, right? On the caps, now he gets a main premium on VU. Now we've went how many assignments without this upgrade being a problem? But we're working one doorway, so pay attention to that as well. This is clearly one of our good doorways. Okay, so now he gets another main premium, main non-premium on the expand mountain, main non-premium keys, and it comes right back to the expand dozer. Now at this point, okay, this doorway is now done. Okay, so he's looking to do something else. Now, he knows that, I want you guys to pay attention to like the thought process here. One thought process is that we've rotated several assignments and that we need to know if we need to cancel this assignment sooner rather than later. Okay? But here's another way of looking at things. We have 46 tasks remaining. We usually want to cancel any upgrades within the first 20 assignments done. So we have about 6 more tasks before we absolutely need to cancel this. Would it be smarter to try to cancel it now and then come down here and rotate this? Because if you look at his list, we're not going to do the repair. We're not going to do the design. We're not going to do the coins or the epic or the chems or the monster. We have 1, 2, 3 doorways down here. Okay? So, would it be smarter to cancel the upgrade now and then rotate in something that has a high chance of bringing in an upgrade? Being that we only have like one upgrade that is of high value, or one upgrade in general. Or do we cancel it and then rotate it? Or do we do it now? Which one? Which one seems less risky? Well, probably doing it now to see what the result is going to be, and then canceling if we absolutely have to, because right now it's not blocking any high-valued assignments, right? I mean, we just had a whole string of high-valued assignments, so it's not blocking anything. If we can go the rest of the contest with just this as our, high upgrade, then we may not even need to cancel it at all. So of these 2 assignments, which one is the correct choice? Well, Club Wars. If you look at time remaining, yeah, he has 4 days, 9 hours left. But you just witnessed one doorway being there, being, usable for several assignments. He may not get another opportunity to do this assignment for some time. We don't know. We don't know how this next doorway is going to treat us. The point being is that if you look at the contest of Mayor's math, you have equal value opportunity, and then in opportunity, they're about equal, okay? Then you've got downtime. There's no downtime for either one of them. Risk is about equal. What is the only difference between these 2 assignments, really? Limited. What is going on in your game? That is the game category in CoM math. You can only do this when you're in war. So why not just do this one first? There was no reason to pick this one over that one. None at all. None at all. It was literally I just decided to do this one. Which, you shouldn't just do that, okay? Because this War 1 probably would have led you to better stuff, honestly. It just... Let's see what happens, okay? So he does that one, and he gets a 1,400 premium. Plank's task, which he does, okay? Now he gets a 2,500 more deliveries. Premium. Main. There we go. Now we have a premium main launch VU, okay? Now here we have an 1,800 cargo non-premium, second time we've rotated it. Okay. Now, at this value, yes, we would do this again because it's not like it came right back. It's been a while, right? We just want to make a mental note that we have done it twice. Then we have a non-premium beach. Give me just a second, you guys. I got to go grab coffee. Okay. Sorry. What? Hang on. What happened here? So he had beach, expand city, Paris. Okay, this is where he did a screen split. That's why there's two of the same assignment, for those of you guys who are wondering. There's only one of those, okay? Alright, let's back up here. Now, he canceled the Paris. I would not have canceled that, okay? And here's why. Let's go back. Okay, wait. I see what you did the beach. Okay, I thought you canceled it. Never mind. Thought you did something before that. Okay, so yes, he gets the upgrade. Now here's the problem. He cancels this immediately after getting an upgrade. Granted, he was trying to do it within the first 20 assignments. However, I would have done at least just one rotation isn't going to kill you. Okay, one assignment isn't going to make or break you. I would have done at least one rotation before canceling. And I would have made it the war card down here at the bottom. One, because it's high risk if you don't have your upgrades there. And if you just canceled. Okay, we don't want it to immediately come back. So I would have done the launch attack in Club Wars first. Then canceled. Okay, so now he gets this, ouch, 2,000 VU assignment. And does the, I can't remember if this is when he hit me up. He had hit me up about something about not getting good assignments, and I had told him he needed to, I'm pretty sure this is who I was talking to. I talked to so many people and see so many lists, but I'm pretty sure I told him that he needed to rotate this. Why hadn't he rotated it yet? And it would bring in better assignments. But I can't remember if it was when this VU was sitting here or not. Okay, so he does that, and he gets minerals. And then he gets VU. I don't know if it was you I was talking to. Makes me want to go back and look at our conversation to see. What? Hold on, what assignment was that? That was 37 tasks. Give me a second, you guys. Alright, I'm glad I actually went and looked at that because you were not the person I was speaking to. That's why this doesn't make any sense to me. I was trying to figure out what he said that would make me tell him to do that, because I know I told somebody to do that. And they were in a different situation. It was Star, now I remember. Okay. Star had a situation where he wasn't getting any good tasks, and he had that one sitting at the bottom. Didn't want to rotate it because it was so low in value. We had a discussion, I was like, yeah, and then it started bringing in good tasks. So I was way beyond confused as to why you would do that when you have a 2,000 VU sitting here. So I'm like, why would I tell him that unless there was something wrong here? So here, why didn't you do the VU? What reason? I don't understand why you wouldn't do the VU. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you about that, because if we go back here, you canceled, you got a VU, and then you do this. Why would you do that? I mean, like, if you look at it, it doesn't make any sense, right? You cancel an upgrade, you get a main task, and then you do a task that has a high chance of bringing in a high-valued assignment, which you clearly just canceled your high-valued assignment, so it does have a risk now attached, a higher risk now attached to it because of when you canceled it. Normally, this assignment doesn't necessarily always bring in a high upgrade. That's not what I'm saying. You know, like War Booster has that stigma attached to it, right? But when you just cancel one, it does have a high risk attached to it. So what was the thought process here? Why were you doing this? The only thing I can think of is that war was ending soon, but I'm looking at a 4-day timer, so I know that war's not ending too soon. I don't remember the exact time war ends, but I don't think it's ending, immediately. Even so, you still should have done the VU first and try, unless war was ending like that soon, like within 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so you do that, you get the 1,400 on the minerals. Now you go and you do the VU, and you get an upgrade war disaster for 3,000. Okay. Oops. Fuck. I hate when that happens. You guys have no idea. Oh, good. It didn't throw us too far back. Oh, yes, it did. Fuck. Wait, where are we? Canceled. Okay, here we are. All right. So now you do the city. So here, you get upgrade Tokyo. So you do the city expansion. Okay. Now you get a 2,000 smoothies, 2,400 Paris. We already know your good doorway is behind that dozer, which really, really, really sucks, by the way. Really sucks. Because that is not an easy task to just continue to do. Then we've got the war card. Now, assuming he doesn't have any more dozer, he does have the minerals that he needs to do there. Gets VU again. Plastic. VU. All right, here he gets keys, which is at 1,600, so he does it. Now here, I'm assuming, let me look at the time. I'm assuming we're not in war. But something tells me that we are. I mean, I can't remember the exact times we're in war. I'm going to have to write that down so I know. If anybody here has it memorized, I'm sure Lala does. I'll have to ask her. How many days are left when you guys cannot do war? I'm going to ask her so I have it embedded into my head for when I grade your guys' list. I'm sick of this shit. Okay, so he does the glue. Now, if we were in war, that was a mistake. If we were not in war, then how many tasks do you have? You have 26 remaining. Why would you do glue when repair is higher? The idea here is to get in your upgrades, right? Okay, so last resort rotatable. Think about it. Glue has a high chance of bringing in something better. You don't really need something better at this point. Right now, you need to be able to get through the damn streaks. You're really slacking. You're going hella slow. You've got 3 days left, and you haven't even begun the streaks. Now, that is kind of a problem considering you don't have glass prepped. I know that because you just did minerals. And you have to start streaks with feed and glass out there if you can even start the streaks because you don't have all your upgrades in yet. So right now is not time to be looking for better opportunity. Right now is time to be looking at, half my points are going to be coming from these streaks. I'm already running behind on time. I have a 5-hour downtime already just even once in the streaks. And I don't have all my upgrades yet. That is priority. When you're at 26 tasks remaining, that becomes priority. Not getting something better in opportunity. If you look at this list, there are 2 assignments on it that bring the best opportunity out of everything. Does it mean that you couldn't rotate this and get an upgrade? No. But we're looking at highest probability here. Okay, when you're playing with the game of chance, it's all about the increasing of the odds. It doesn't mean that anything is impossible. If you rotate a war booster that is for 1,000 and it usually has a high risk of bringing in an upgrade, and then let's say this time it doesn't mean you throw everything that you know out the window about that assignment because this time it didn't happen. It means that, let's say 80% of the time, it does happen. But Sometimes it does not happen. So what do? Do you throw it out there at chance and do it whenever you want? Or do you say, you know what, I have a pretty good chance that this is what is going to happen. So you proceed with the best possible odds, right? That is how the contest of mayors works. Now, in this situation, could you rotate any one of these assignments and get an upgrade? Yes, that is possible. But what brings the highest chance of bringing in an upgrade? Your last resort rotatables, your repair and your coins, not rare attack and glue, right? Okay, so let's go see what happens here. So he does the glue and he gets a better assignment. Great, fantastic, not great, not fantastic. Right now, this is not what we need. What we need is to get through these damn streaks. And we have 5 tasks and we're missing several upgrades. Not a good thing. Okay? Okay, so he gets a textiles assignment secured. Great, fantastic. Really not great and fantastic, though. Because we're 4 tasks from having to, think about starting streaks. And we really need to get these upgrades in. That is priority. Upgrades become priority over factory productions. Is it great to at least secure factories? Yes. But we really need these upgrades to come in. Now, in this case, he does the expand city. Okay. I'm assuming we're not in war. Now, assuming that we're not in war, you still would not do this particular assignment because this one we know is going to come back, right? And it's one of those assignments that isn't an easy one to get off the list. Like repair, yeah, we know it's going to come back, but it's at least easy to get off the list. This one is not easy. So, you should have went with repair or coins. So now you've got your high upgrade, okay? Do you think that the dozer, the land expansion, is going to stay off the list indefinitely? More than likely not. Really sucks that came in for such a high value, but right now that's not what's important. What's important is that it came in. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you need 2 more upgrades. Okay. You've got keys, or not keys, you've got repair and you've got coins. So he went with coins. All right, and you got feed. Okay, that's good because you're running out of time, you're running low on time. So you've got repair. All right. Now, you get nails. That's about your only workable doorway besides that launch rare war attack down there at the bottom. Now you get coins again. Okay, donuts. Now here, we're at 2 days, 17 hours. So I'm assuming war started and you did this assignment. Okay, finally. This is a problem. 2 days remaining when you have glass in the streaks is a problem. Okay. So now he gets an expand beach, cargo, repair for 1,600, and then he does smoothies. You should have just done the repair. You really should have. At this point, you may have to resort to working your main list because if you haven't checked, you are, let's see, you have to start at no less than 9 tasks remaining. You've got 6 assignments to get two things in here, and you have two workable doorways to do it. Okay, so you're going to have to rotate the repair soon anyways. I would have went with the repair, given its value, given its probability of bringing in an upgrade. Anyway, he does smoothies, okay? And he gets metal, which he does metal immediately. Okay, you should have done repair. Now he gets seeds, and he does seeds immediately. You're working the same doorway. Do the repair. You got to switch it up, okay? Whenever you guys are in this situation, try switching up the doorways, alternating one, then the next. Because here's what happens with the contest of mayors. Usually what ends up happening is you get into these cycles where it's like, okay, same doorway, same doorway, same doorway, same doorway, upgrade, or task I can't do, alternate doorway. You alternate the doorway, and then you do same doorway, until you can no longer do that doorway, right? That's usually how it works, based on all the other criteria when you're working through assignments. In this case, you need to break whatever loop the game puts you in. And not a loop like, okay, you're getting the same assignments. That's not what I mean. Whenever you shift doorways, the game shifts its algorithm in a sense. Think about it like this. You guys know the trick where you start streak 1. When you're not getting your upgrades in, there's a trick that you can do. And you start streak number 1, and it's risky. But when you're running out of options anyways, I mean, you have no other choice. Usually what ends up happening if you can't get your last upgrade in, you do the streaks, and then eventually or right away, that upgrade comes in the streaks. But you know if you had sat there and rotated the main tasks, it wouldn't have come in. So the trick here is that you start the streak, and then you immediately rotate something in the main list, and it brings in that upgrade. And it happens way more often than you would think that it should. Because you've shifted doorways, okay? When you're in this situation and you keep repeating the same damn doorway when you have a mission, that's going to be a problem for you. You should have cycled through, alternating the doorways. And you would have more than likely gotten your upgrade sooner rather than later. So he went with the delivery to Paris, which cost cash and inventory, when he should have just went with the repair, okay? Now he gets a VU for 3K. Now, yeah, of course we're going to do that, but oops. Now he gets a 2400 Paris. Again, what's happening here? You're just working your main doorway for points, not for, hey man, I got to get these upgrades in. You're every assignment that you burn without an upgrade coming in, that's kind of a problem. That's why you should have done the repair back when you had a better opportunity to opt out. Okay, you guys have to think about this. Do I do it now while the points values are low, or do I wait until I absolutely have no other choice and then I have to leave something good to sit? Yeah, you don't want that to happen. Why is it not letting me scroll here? There we go. Okay, so now he gets seeds, and he does it again. Literally, again. Working the same doorway for like 6 freaking tasks. And this one's worth lower amounts. And you should have already been prepping the glass, honestly. The glass should have already been prepped and ready for pickup, is what I'm saying. That way, yeah, if you did get something that you had to do, you could pick it up and do it if you had to, but if you didn't, that it was at least ready and available. Now, here we are, 2 days, 9 hours. Okay, so he does seeds. Now he gets coins, and he does that. Still working same doorway. Finally, this doorway exhausts itself out and gives you your upgrade after 10 freaking assignments. And that's typical, okay? But what have you noticed? What did he do? Look. How many assignments are left? Yeah. Yep. He forfeited 1 streak so far. You never do that. Ever do that. Okay? Could he forfeit this streak and get the upgrades in just in time to finish all 5 other streaks? Yes, it's possible. But is it likely? No. Possible and likely are 2 totally different things. So, would you normally do this? No. In fact, what he should have done was he should have went back through his thought process. Okay, go back through your thought process, what you were doing. Go look at all of your screenshots and look at what could I have done differently to have a better outcome. You should have alternated those doorways, okay? You should have prepped the glass sooner. If you thought, hey, you know what? I may have to forfeit a streak. Do the glass. Rotate an assignment. see if you can get the upgrade to come in. Okay? Now, in this case, he's already forfeited 1 streak. Normally, you start at 9 tasks remaining. There's 4 assignments in a streak. So he can bring it all the way down to 5. So he has 2 assignments to bring in this upgrade, and he has 1 doorway to do it. So basically, it's a no-brainer. He's going to do this doorway until he can't do it anymore, right? So he does the repair. And there's upgrade. Why didn't you do the repair sooner? Is what I want to know. Okay, so now here we are. We forfeited 1 streak. Now he can go through and he can complete the streaks. Now, how often do you think this actually occurs? It doesn't. Not usually. Okay? In the future, do not use this method to try to get shit figured out. Because usually what happens is you don't get these upgrades. You continue to work your bad doorways trying to get them. You burn through all of your possible streaks, and you could have started the streaks and made it through several of them and got the bonus points and been fine. Or you could have started the streak, rotated the main tasks, and got the upgrades in that way. Either way, you always take a risk when it comes down to, okay, I've got no more possible assignments left, okay, that I can rotate safely. So at 9 tasks remaining, what he should have done is he should have then made a choice and said, you know what? I'm going to gamble. Because that's all he did here. All he did here was gamble. I'm going to gamble for the road that leads to the most possible points. He could have made it through all 6 streaks without the upgrade popping up at all and ended up with more points. We don't know. Right? But before the upgrades, when you were trying to stack up your upgrades, you should have went through and worked multiple doorways trying to get these assignments in, not just sat at 1 doorway. Cannot do that. So he does the glass. Let's back up here. Jesus. Okay, glass, and he gets glue for 2,000. Paris for 1,600. VU for 3,000. 2,200 on smoothies. 1,000 VU. 1,200 repair. 1,200 coins. Sugar task, which is some downtime. So he's at 1 day, 22 hours remaining. This is why, you guys, it's so important that you move quickly. Don't forget he still has glass out there. If he gets 2 rounds of glass, that's 10 hours. So he's got a 640 on lawn chairs, 1,200 keys, 2,500 beach, coins, 2,400 Paris, 2,000 keys, 1,200 repair, coins, minerals, coins. Now, here we are at 177,000. His second place is not far from him. And what the hell happened here? What's going on? Oh, that's what I was going to talk to you about. Okay, so here's streak 6, the one that he could not finish. Now, he picks coins. Let's look at this list. Can't do any of the upgrades. Feed is lower than coins. Textiles. How much time is remaining? 1 day, 19 hours. Okay. Textiles is for 1,680. Okay? He picked coins for 1,350. He forfeited 300 points to get something done sooner. Especially with somebody that hot on your tail. Now, how much do you think he's going to bang his head on a table if he loses this week over a couple 100 points? Because he just didn't do the textiles? That's going to suck. Yeah, that's going to suck. So hopefully that's not what happens. But we'll see. You guys, in the future, try to learn something from these walkthroughs, okay? A lot of you guys, you watch these walkthroughs over and over and over and over, and it's like you don't retain any of the information. Pay very close attention to why they're choosing what they're choosing and why what they're doing is wrong. When they're doing something wrong, why is it wrong? Have to pay attention to everything. You can't just be like, oh, I look at my list and I go with the highest, best possible task I think, and then I just wing it at all the other times. Because for the most part, as long as you're working a main assignment, it seems as though you don't have to know much. You know, you can just pick your main assignment that's the highest in value, and that'll get you some wins, you know, but only for so long. You can only go so far with that, especially when you're starting to see more people getting smarter at the contest estimators and doing better, right? So if I was you, I would really start to care about your choices and you know, if you're a high level player and you're watching these walkthroughs, same goes for you guys, because you know what? You might win at 40, 50, and 60. But let me tell you, when you get up to 80 plus, there is no room for error. Those people will stomp you. Okay? I mean, I'm going to tell you, I win a lot in Mega, but when I lose, it's usually over a couple hundred points, and it's usually like within the top like 10 people have within maybe 1,000 points of each other. All of us is what I'm saying. So if the first place has 200,000, all the way down to 10th place has 199,000. That's how close they get it in level 99. Okay? So if you want to have a shot in hell at continuing to win, you have to pay attention. Good luck.